We are live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Oh, it's a Friday night. Just got done watching some Bash. Slide that over a little. Little Bash at the Brewery from Impact Wrestling. Hakeem Fullerton. Hey. hey. This was a fun show, and not the ending I was expecting, which was nice. You know, typically you see one or two of the headliners for the following pay-per-view go out on top, so this was not typical at all. I know there was a pre-show. I did not catch the pre-show, so if there were any matches during the pre-show, if anybody watched it, let me know. I'm not sure what was on there, if it was just pay-per-view stuff coming up for Sunday or what. Let me know if there was anything significant on there. I'll go back and watch it. Excuse me. So yeah, this was a blast and a very interesting atmosphere. I did not watch the last Bash at the Brewery, but I mean, it legit is a brewery. You know, it's it's exactly what it says. Hey, what's up, Romel Rodrigo? Welcome to the chat. That's a new face in here. I've never seen that one. Welcome. So yeah, if you're digging the show, folks, don't forget to smash that like button and smash that sub button as well. Should be a nice weekend for Smash This Podcast. Getting back into the swing of things here in 2020. Hakeem says the quality of the show really improved, not to mention having D'Lo Brown on commentary was great. It was a nice change of pace. Not that, and that's not knocking Don Callis. Eric, hey yo, tosses toothpick. Toothpick to the eye. Hey, let's not we just got done watching Texas street fights and stuff. Let's not start this off by throwing toothpicks at the hostess with the mostest. Did I just say hostess? I said hostess. I'm not a hostess. I'm a host. All right. Hakeem says, I have a feeling that the influence of David, I don't want to screw up that last name, I know who you're talking about, was clear on this show. Okay, see, now I'm not familiar with him. I know that David Sahadi, is that how you pronounce his name? If I made that brutal, I apologize. Was not my intention, but Sahadi. So I've heard he also was in a few different companies and that he also used to be in Impact Wrestling. Not sure where he all was, but I heard that he's a respected name as far as booking and producing and whatnot. So, and like I said, I'm not familiar with the name. There are ones that certainly stick out in the past from doing this, doing that in the business. But from what I've seen, people talk about him, people respect him. People like him. So, and overall, this show was great. So, yeah, I mean, if he, had something to do with this, then, wonderful. Eric says, Bash at the Brewery was great. Hakeem says, it's nice to see J-Bo drinking a beer while reviewing a wrestling show that involves alcohol. Well, this is a monster. This is not beer. I might get a couple beers for the pay-per-view. I've been staying away from beer a lot because of my gastritis, unfortunately. I love me some beer, um, but maybe I'll have one. Um, my mistake. Yeah, it's all good. It's it looks like what they were drinking. It's silver, whatever, black can, whatever. What's up, J Bone? Big fan, buddy. City praise. Well, thank you. Critical Sting, welcome. Based on the social media feedback, the show was really good. Yeah, and the quality was good. I didn't see any production hiccups at all. Yeah, Romel says didn't see it was. Oh wait. Oh, Critical Sting says didn't see it was watching the Lakers Mavs game. Well, you missed out, man. Basketball. No, I'm kidding. It's Romel says Impact Wrestling production tonight was very good. There you go. Yeah, I mean, and those. Hopefully, this is a sign that the audio glitches have gone by the wayside as well. I think everything over time with having access. Backing Impact Wrestling now will make a significant difference. Might have to make time to see it then. Yes, Critical Sting, you should. It really was a fun show. I mean, there wasn't anything here that was, I'd say, earth-shattering about it, but overall just was a good show, okay? As far as these type of shows, excuse me, this was an improvement. So if that's what you've been looking for in these type of shows, was that an improvement in the quality in production? Oh, this is why I shouldn't drink carbonated drinks during these. As he takes a sip. Kill Steel is in the house. What is up? Excellent show. Great matches, commentary, storytelling, and quality. Loved seeing Fulton and the show. By far the best Impact show to date. Besting Unbreakable. Yeah, as far as these type of shows, yes, best one in a while, I'd say. And I know people go nuts over like the audio quality issues, and that's been something that's plagued Impact for a while. And I'm honestly shocked that they didn't have as many problems. I know there's been storm issues down in Texas. I'm not sure where. I'm not sure if, I've just heard that, what did my wife say the other day? That there's a giant storm cell that's hovering over the south. And I know Trent was messaging me earlier in our podcast chat saying he might have some travel issues because he's arriving in Dallas tonight. So he missed this, but nonetheless, he should be down there sometime this evening. Hopefully safe travels on everyone's behalf. City Praise. Yes, I'm from Arlington. It's bad. Oh, well, hope everyone stays safe down there. I know that's one thing that they say they do everything big down in Texas, including the storms that run through there. So everyone down there, stay safe if you're from the area. Hakeem says, J-Bone, will you be reviewing tomorrow's Arlington show on Twitch? I'm going to check it out. I'm planning on watching. I got to see what time it's at. Probably approximately the same time, I'm assuming, mid to late evening. I've heard there's a card. I haven't seen it. The only thing I've heard is that a young lady by the name of AQA is going to be a part of the show in a women's match. And I'm very I'm very curious to see what she does because I've been quietly following her career. Um, Little backstory on that. It's insignificant, but it's kind of cute and funny at the same time. Um, Controversy aside, what you think of the website, ringsidenews.com used to be a Facebook type wrestling community page, very similar to Facebook, the build, people posting stuff and communicating with each other. Now it's just news. Um, and I've been on there for years now, and dating back, I don't want to say 10 years. I'll say back to about the time that I started podcasting, about that long. Um, and it really grew for a while. And I was actually putting my podcasts on ringsidenews.com. I got to know Steve, and we chatted here and there, the guy that runs it. And, we formed a little community, a lot of different wrestling fans. One of the girls on there was AQA. And she always joked about how when she grew up, she was going to marry Triple H. It's kind of funny. And steal him away from Stephanie. We all just joked about it. And then became friends with her on Facebook. And, as the community kind of dissolved, the website changed, we didn't talk as much anymore. But then I saw that she actually started training to be a wrestler. Very interesting. So then stayed friends with her on Facebook, watched her, talk about events coming up, and then eventually joined Booker T's dojo, his wrestling school. And so, yeah, a very, very interesting little history there. So I've been following her. So I've been kind of quietly, over here rooting for her, So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. I've seen her do some great things on some of those shows that gets featured from Booker T's company down in Texas. So good luck from Smash's podcast to AQA this weekend. Maybe a contract? Yeah, maybe. We shall see. It's been kind of a running thing lately at these shows, right? Ace Romero was at he got the contract at one of the last ones, and then Larry D got one at one of the last ones. So, hey, maybe it's a women's turn, right? We'll see. Oh, okay. Eric says Arlington Brawl starts at 2 p.m. Eastern. 2 p.m. Eastern. That means 1 p.m. here. Oh, that's early. Wow. Are you sure about that? That's pretty early. Wow. All right. Well, nonetheless, yeah, I'll be checking it out. Hopefully, everything will go right, and they'll be able to show all the wrestling, stuff. Reality of Wrestling. Yes, that's his company. Yes. Hakeem says we might see a new Impact signee on the Twitch show. Hopefully, yeah, maybe. What else we got here? Oh, Critical Sting says at first I was worried when Joey signed with Impact. Now I'm glad they did. Yeah, it's like there's people forget there's so much more to Joey than being the king of dong style. I mean, his character in wrestling has evolved over the years, and yeah, he was sleazy back several years ago when he was with Impact Wrestling, but he was a very good wrestler. Okay, he didn't get hired back then, because he was nothing. He got hired because he was good. Now, unfortunately, that whole gut check system fell by the wayside, tragically. But he's back, and he's loved and hated. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like him, but you know what? Just maybe you shouldn't take wrestling so seriously. Have learn to just let people have fun with it. But whatever. So and he's part of this show too, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Eric says, I looked it up on Impact's website. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Thank you, Eric. All right. So, Bash at the Brewery 2. And as we get into this, don't forget, folks, to smash that like button and smash that sub button as you're watching this, if you're digging the content. We start out. Now, I didn't watch all this because I was having a couple of hiccups with the getting the stream going. The stream looked fine. It was just the site itself. It kept logging me out. So that seems to be a continued thing. Hopefully they get that worked out. So I missed a little bit of the first match. Not a big deal. But this one was fun. Wentz versus Ace Austin, non-title. Now, I don't know if there was something legit wrong with Wentz. I know he's had some kind of lingering thing lately. I thought I saw on social media that he was a little banged up or something, unless I'm thinking of someone else. But he went into this, and it wasn't too long before Ace Austin started really working over his leg. He was doing some serious limb work here, which is interesting, because Ace Austin is known to be somewhat of a high flyer, but also showing some grounding technical skills too. Some submission, limb work. So that was impressive, showing another side of Ace Austin, and which is good to see. Absolutely. It's good to see from your champ when he can change stuff up and take a high flyer risk taker like Wentz, just completely take that whole skill set completely out of the game. Very interesting. But over time, this limb work cost Wentz the match. Ace Austin winning here. It'll be interesting to see, so he's got that momentum going into the pay-per-view now. And Trey will be facing him for the X Division Championship. Interesting to note, and we'll talk about it in a little bit, Trey lost his match too. So it was interesting that they put him and Dez against the tag champs. They didn't keep it neutral, like keep him away from a title. You know what I mean? Interesting, but whatever. Not going to overthink it. Next, we had Keira Hogan. Looked like she was defending her RCW Women's Championship against Christy Jaynes. I think I missed a little bit of the commentary at the beginning of this. So certainly a new face for Impact fans. I don't think we've seen Christy Jaynes before. At least I don't remember seeing her. I was very impressed with Christy Jaynes. I don't know if she's on the show tomorrow. I'm sure they've got people coming in from all over the place for, wrestling, whatever. Excuse me. But this was I believe this was the only local talent on the show. Unless, like I said, unless there was something on the pre-show and I missed it. Eric says, I'd like to see Impact sign all four of the women who are going to be on Arlington Brawl. Yeah, I'll have to see who's all on there. I know AQA is one of them. And she was banged up for a while. So, she must be doing better. So that's great to see. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, so we got Keira Hogan defending against Christy Jaynes. A lot of really good grappling here. A lot of good back and forth. Christy Jaynes really impressed. Really impressed. But Keira Hogan comes out on top here defending her River City Wrestling Women's Championship. And so, yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if she's on there tomorrow. Also, great to see Keira Hogan back to what looks to be close to 100%. I think she still had some tape on that arm, which is what was troubling her before. Shoulder, arm, something, several weeks ago when she had her arm in a sling. So, yeah, hopefully she's getting close to 100% again. Next, we have two big beasts in the ring. We got Kongo Kong up against Fallah Bahh, who is defending his RCW championship as well. Didn't know that was going to be going on, so that was interesting. And Kongo Kong, accompanied by, I did not catch their names. It was Boom. I remember the Boom Boom because I think of Boom Boom Cabana, but it wasn't obviously Boom Boom Cabana. I didn't write down the names. I apologize, but there were was a guy and a girl accompanying Kongo Kong, and they got involved too. It's the odds were certainly against Fallah Bahh on this one. Fallah Bahh comes out on top, though. Great to see Kongo Kong back. Does that mean he's back? No, probably not. But it's, if they let his contract run out and he left on good terms, then, obviously he comes back for, something like this. I don't know where Kongo Kong's from. I thought he was like more of an East Coast guy, but I could be completely wrong. But as long as he's been in the game, he's probably just from all over, right? But Fallah Bahh defends successfully here. Swag fan, what's up? How you doing? Critical Sting says, if Keira doesn't hold some gold by the end of the year, I'll be floored. Yeah, they have praised her at length over the course of 2019. And one of the better feuds that she had over the course of this last 2019 calendar year was with Jordynne Grace. I feel they both working together really grew up together and matured. I think that's a good word to use with this, for both of them, how they've progressed in the company. They both really have. So yeah, I thoroughly agree. I would love to see a long program between, if we'll just say if Jordynne Grace comes out on top, I would love to see a long program between Keira Hogan, and Jordynne Grace. Once Keira is 100%, because you gotta be 100% to face Jordynne Grace. Let's not kid ourselves, right? Next, we had, and now this one was a lot of fun, and this was actually, we got a lot more out of this than I expected. We got Joey Ryan, the King of Dung Style, versus Michael Elgin's King of Strong Style in Impact Wrestling, I'd say. Man, these two. I lost track how many times Joey tried to dick flip Michael Elgin. But that just shows that Michael Elgin, as much of a badass as he is, he doesn't take himself too seriously. You know, he can have fun. If you go back and watch it, it's kind of funny. Is when they were in the ring, just, you know, exchanging pleasantries, and Joey's doing his thing with the baby oil and all that, getting his dum-dums. Speaking of dum-dums. Ooh. Do we want this one? Yeah, why not? For Joey, right? Nummy. Is that cotton candy? I think it's cotton candy. Gotta love it. I'm not gonna put this any weird places. No. J-Bone's not into that. This one's staying out of trouble. But yeah, he had like 3 in his shorts. That's crazy. I think that might be a record for him putting foreign objects down there. But as he's lubing himself up, and they pan across the ring towards Michael Elgin, and he's biting his lip. He's like you can tell he's trying not to laugh. He's trying to, you know, be all serious, and he's like corpsing in the corner. It's hilarious. Oh, crazy. Hakeem says King of Dong style versus a King of Bald style, not referring to J-Bone. Yeah, okay. Oh, God. Fallah Bahh versus Kongo Kong. Irresistible force meets a immovable object. Yes. Who was that sick freak who ate Joey's dum-dum? Oh, they always got someone at ringside who knows him, or, you know, some lucky or unlucky, I guess you can call it. I don't know, but that was unsanitary. Well, you got to assume he's not going to like put it against any body part. But then again, hey, it's 2020, to each their own, do whatever, I guess. But yeah, there was actually some decent back and forth between these two for a while. Because going into this, you're like, oh, Elgin's just going to murder him. He's going to last like a minute. Not even going to get a dick flip in here. But yeah, but he got a dick flip, and it's, oh no, he got the ref. That's what he got, the ref at the end. He did. I don't think he got Michael Elgin, but there was several attempts. Michael Elgin ends up getting the win here, which I don't think was anybody's surprise. But it was nice to see Joey Ryan he did show off some grappling skills here, so that was cool to see. Chris Ream, welcome to the chat. MLW is in Texas too. Yes, there are several shows going on this weekend. MLW's is tomorrow. I forget what the show is called. I might watch it. I've been really out of the realm of MLW lately for a couple different reasons I'm not going to discuss on here. But yeah, and I think isn't it Ring of Honor or someone else has a show down in Texas? I mean, Texas is loaded with shows this weekend. It's crazy. Critical Sting. Tremendous question. I just wonder, how does the other end of the lollipop not poke him in certain areas? That's why wrestlers wear a cup. Okay. That's why. 0 Hour. Yes, that's the name of the show that's happening tomorrow that they're doing all the tapings for. And they'll show part of it live. Those live, you know, whatever. Yeah. All right. But yeah, Elgin gets a win here. Fun match. Fun match. And then the ref, you know, ends up getting dick flipped at the end there. That's pretty funny. Then we have two more beasts going at it. Rhino versus Shera. Um, Rhino wins because of the DQ because Moose actually attacks Rhino. And it was nice to see that was the only place in the match where there was something like this, at least that I can remember. Unless you want to count Johnny Bravo helping Taya. But that was a Texas street fight, so no one really got DQ'd there. But yeah, Moose attacked the Rhino. Rhino gets the win. As far as details on the match, I gotta say, Shera's improved. Okay. There was a couple shows ago, and it were shows like this. It was a Twitch show and an Impact Plus show combo from a couple months ago. In fact, it was the one right after Bound for Glory, I believe. So a month or two right after Shera got back in the company, Shera had a real bad weekend. I don't know if he was feeling bad, but the chemistry he had with whoever he faced in the ring, I think one was Elgin and one was someone else. I forget who at the Willie Mack. It just didn't go well, So, and then Shera was gone for like a set of tapings, and then he came back. So whatever it was, this match had a good flow to it. Shera looked a lot better. In fact, he looked better also in this last go home show in that tag match. Everybody worked together. There wasn't looked like a huge lack of communication anywhere. So Shera's getting better, so whatever it was, and working with a veteran like Rhino, I'm sure Rhino's more than willing to help a guy like that, work with him behind the scenes, come up with a good match, or whatever. Whatever you got to do. But yeah, Shera's really coming into his own in the company slowly, kind of like Fulton is too, But yeah, Rhino comes out with the win here. Not looking too good though, because Moose, excuse me, Moose attacked him. Oh. Hydrate or dihydrate. All right. This next one, the crowd was interesting on this one. The RVD with Katie Forbes versus Eddie Edwards. And I've said this too in other shows, reviews, on here and with the guys from TNI. RVD's a heel, but the fans still love him. It's really funny. But the fans were really split on this one. I could see that, loving Eddie and loving RVD. RVD coming out with a win here with the classic Vandaminator. Finally pulled out some classic moves, and actually, I think that's one of the reason the crowd was so much behind him, is because they were starting to see some classic RVD. Whereas at this last set of tapings, he was psyching out the crowd every which way, and then just going to make out. So he was doing a little bit of both here, But yeah, RVD gets the win. And Eddie loses. Fun fact about this match, though, Alyssa Edwards comes to help out her hubby. So it's good to see those two are back on the same team. But interesting, the ref got Alicia Edwards to the back. Katie Forbes stay out there. He didn't eliminate both of them. You know, so I'd call that a mistake by the ref. Absolutely. When that kind of stuff is going on. But like I said, nonetheless, great to see Alicia Edwards back in her hubby. And so, yeah, we'll see where Eddie is tomorrow, head-wise going in. Michael Elgin got a win. Eddie Edwards with a loss. And he's got to defend that trophy. Be interesting. Let's jump back in the chat here real quick. Critical Stink says, Overdrive and Turning Point. Yes, I believe. Styles says, let's smash something. Let's I don't really have anything to smash around here. If I smash something, it's probably going to be something valuable or something I'm going to regret. So let's not do that. You guys can smash all the stuff you want. Good to see you here, Styles. Hope you're getting into your weekend is going well. Swackfan 100 says Shera can be major if he keeps improving. He has a great look now. He does. He looks like a beast. He really does look like a monster, doesn't he? He's not all whatever he was doing before. And I got to admit, and that was back when I was a fair weather fan. I wasn't watching as consistently as I am now. So, Style says, it's going to be a rough weekend for me, but I'll be all right. You hang in there, brother. You hang in there. Somebody in a future match against Shera should taunt him by doing the Shera shuffle. Oh! Oof. That's a good one. That is a good one. Style says, I'll hit you up later. That's fine, dude. Yeah, just private message me, man. Hit me up. We can talk a little later. We got plenty of time. It's early. Not really early, but So yeah, hit me up later. That's fine, dude. Eric says you could smash that can of Monster. Yeah, well, I gotta finish it first, cause otherwise that's really gonna make a mess. So, all right, what is next here? So RVD beats Eddie. All right, next we got the North non-title match against the Rascalz. Trey and Dez. Man, just another match showing a great example of how solid this tag team division is in this company. Impact Wrestling might not have the biggest tag division, but damn, their tag teams are good. They are. I don't think that's something that anybody can dispute against. All their talent is top notch, and this match proved it right here. It just when it started to look like the Rascalz, they were tag team champion contenders a couple pay-per-views ago. In fact, last Bash at the Brewery, it looked like they were going into that weekend and possibly going to win some gold, if I remember correctly. And then the North came in and just shocked everyone, and that was a timing thing, if you let's not overthink that, but it was great to see, at an event like that. They really pulled the trigger on these guys, and they've been successful ever since. So So the North are 2 for 2 here for Bash at the Brewery. I'd have to go back and look and see when the last one was. But nonetheless, great to see. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Rascalz, but I love the North too. And just a solid tag team here. Coming out with a win going into this weekend. Hakeem Fullerton says Ethan Page announced on Twitter that he had food poisoning and that he might shit himself. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Oh, dear God. Pull a CM Punk, right? My goodness. I couldn't tell. I had no idea. He looked great. He looked, didn't look off or nothing. Wow. Interesting. Fun fact. Doesn't Trey work well together? Yes, they do. Absolutely. All three of those guys, tremendous team. Thing I love about the Radicals is that they all feel different. They do. They do. It's like Wentz is a little radical. Trey's a solid high flyer. And Dez is, I think, kind of a combination of both. It's kind of, sort of, I guess, maybe something like that. I don't know. But yeah, they're all great. What do we got next here? A couple matches left, and then we'll get out of here. We got Taya Valkyrie in a, what did they say? It was a Texas street fight, but it was a hardcore brewery bash brawl, whatever they called it. I forget exactly what they called it. Against Jordynne Grace. And little side note here. Mike Posey was the ref for this one, and Josh said something to the effect of, it's great to have Mike Posey back in the company. So it looks like they rehired Mike Posey. Now, I don't remember when he was ref before. I'm guessing several years ago. I'd have to go look. But, if this is a guy that's replacing Kid Ref, then hey, it is what it is. It's not a huge adjustment in the company, but you do need good referees in your company. I think that's a very important part of every single match. And it's a part that goes, I think, unappreciated at times, But they are a very critical part of a wrestling company. It helps everything flow, timing, communication, chemistry, all that, So Critical Stinks is disappointed in myself since I just remembered Jordynne is a Texas native. Hey, I had no clue. If they popped when they announced her, I don't remember. I'm sorry. Chris Ream says before Slammiversary. Oh, the Bash at the Brewery. Okay, so summer-ish time. Gotcha. That was the last big one before Bound for Glory, the one that I was at. Okay. The part where Taya and Jordynne were drinking beer before smashing each other in the ring probably made a certain Texas rattlesnake proud. I was thinking the same damn thing. I was like, man, if Stone Cold was watching this, he would have had a chuckle on that one. He would have toasted them both. Yes, and thank you for bringing up that point. That was a very fun part of this match. Man, this match, I mean, damn, these women are tough. I love them both. And I know I picked Jordynne to win Sunday, but damn, after seeing this match, I wouldn't be surprised if, and not for 50-50 booking sake for a weekend, but damn, Taya's just good. I mean, seriously, contract issue aside, because we don't know what's going to happen. No one knows. Um, she's run roughshod over the entire roster and has been able to hold on to that championship and has done it well. I mean, she really has grown with the company and as a wrestler herself. So props to Taya, just really putting the Knockouts roster on another level. And that's not by herself, it's everyone. It's Jessica Havoc coming back to the company, working well with her. Someone like Rosemary, Su Yung, who has done tremendous in the past. Now she's, changing stuff up. Keira Hogan, and Jordynne Grace coming into the company and maturing and growing. The roster is just awesome. And if I missed anyone, it was by accident. I think I caught Tennille Dashwood. And she's had good and bad matches. Some better than others. Hasn't been quite the firecracker of an addition to the roster as I think people have wanted. I share that same sentiment. And she's not even part of the pay-per-view. So I think it's either the company sees that or it's a combination of the company seeing that and is listening to the fans. But I think she's still a draw. So, teach their own. Experienced refs are underappreciated and important. I agree, Swack fan says yes. Critical Sting, that chair shot was eerily similar to that Mexico street fight Taya had with Tessa. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Wrestling legend Madison Rayne. Oh, the locker room leader, if you will. Yes. How could you forget about the woman who ended Goldberg's streak? Yeah, and who is a 72-time champ and the last woman of the Heart Dungeon. The list goes on and on what they've been saying about Madison. It's absolutely hilarious. Yes, all those things are just so true. Yes. No, Madison's good though. She is. All joking aside. But Jordynne Grace pins the champ here. And Johnny Bravo being all sexy in his red sequin shirt. Oh my God. I need that shirt. I need to start shopping at that website. He shared it on social media recently. So if you guys are curious, you can go to the website and go check out. I can't remember what the hell it's called, but he shared it. I know he shared it on his Facebook. I'm not sure if he shared it on Twitter. But yeah, I went on the website and the shirts are just, they're so ugly, they're beautiful. It's like, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. It's crazy. Yeah, Jordynne coming off with a win here. It makes you wonder what's going to happen Sunday, but we'll see. And ODB was not at the show. Or at least she wasn't out there. She didn't make herself seen if she was. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So much fun though, it really was. The last one surprised me as far as like the flow of the match, but it was also so good. And I'm glad it was unpredictable because a lot of these matches, it's the mid-card guys who were involved in a match like this are out first, leaving the headliners, out at the end to win the match. And that's not how this went at all. So that was surprising and honestly really refreshing because it doesn't make you assume the whole 50-50 booking thing for the weekend. It's like, okay, so someone won here, that means the other person's going to win on Sunday, So that was out the window. So that was actually really good. Hakeem says that's a missed opportunity that ODB wasn't at the brewery. It could have been a number of things, and she might be the big factor in the match on Sunday. Who knows? She might be considered the dark horse. She's a 5-time champion. She hasn't been around, but you can't count her out, Swack fan says Tennille Dashwood's best match was against Jordynne Grace about a month or so ago. I agree wholeheartedly. I believe I said the same thing. I think she's lacking because she doesn't commit. And I don't know if it's just because she was gone for so long and she still has a little bit of, for lack of better words, I want to say ring rust. You think we wouldn't think that she has ring rust. Maybe it's strength and conditioning and she just needs a little more work to get the flow back or something. I don't know. I'm not a wrestler. It's just shit off the top of my head, guessing, I don't know. You got to get the flow. This match was so much fun, this 4-on-4. We had OVE, all 4 guys. The Chris brothers, Dake and Jave. Wow. Dake and Jave, Chris. Jake and Dave. There we go. How about that? Along with the monster Madman Fulton and the champ Sami Callihan. Up there. Oh my God. Manny Bones, what are you doing? He fell into the champ. How rude. There, how's that look? There we go. We're all good. What are you doing? All right. So, technical difficulties there. All right. EC3 is in the Bullet Club now? Yeah, who knew, right? No, the reason why this is on here is because this is an OG Bullet Club shirt from the Good Brothers, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson. So I put this up with a little bit of pride because I met them and I got to hold the IWGP tag team championship belts. They autographed the shirt. So this has never been worn. I've never worn it because I didn't want to wash out the Sharpie on them. And they got some Walking Dead dog tags on there with the NWO shirt. So yeah, Manny Bones is all decked out, or EC3 as you like to call him. All right. Yes, and the NWO. Yeah, he's just all loaded up. And that's an official WCW hat too. That is as old school as it gets. Along with this is I don't wear this one either. I just display it. The Goldberg as a classic WCW hat as well. Dates back over 20 years. It's as old school as it gets around here. All right. We're just all over the place. We're almost done here. We'll wrap this up. In order of elimination, Rich Swann, interesting, left injured. And we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that ties into Sunday night. You know, is he going to go out there? Is he going to be? Is it going to be where he turns heel and he was faking it and he just wanted to get out of it, so he's screwing his friend? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Brandon Tully seemed pretty adamant, and they had production people coming out and another ref, someone come out and help him to the back. So it might be legit. I don't know. It was weird that they didn't do an official like elimination by the ref. Like I almost expected him to come back at the end and help Willie win. That didn't happen though. So yeah, we'll have to see where this, is it was the injury real? Was it him just getting in the head of his tag partner? We'll have to wait and see till Sunday. So Rich Swann walked out, injured, left, whatever, and then very interesting, excuse me, Tessa and Sammy were eliminated next because they were the legal people in the ring, and then they brawled to the back, and Brandon Tully counted them out. So, and that right there just really, I don't want to say it took the air out of the match, but it certainly, it changed the feel to it, because that's what you were expecting. You were expecting these two to last till the end because they're the strongest ones going into the pay-per-view on Sunday. That didn't happen. So yeah, no Tessa and no Sammy. And they didn't come out at the end either. Very different feel from there on. Next, you had Brian Cage get eliminated by Fulton. Was that a diving headbutt off the top rope, I believe it was. And nice to see Fulton get some eliminations here. He really came out of this looking strong, which was great to see. I was very happy for Fulton. I mean, he's really he's coming into his own slowly in this company. And the fact that he's got a match on a pay-per-view against Shamrock, I can't wait to see what he does. Win or lose, Fulton's having a great weekend so far. So, and no Shamrock at the show either. Interesting. What that was. I heard something. Anyways. So next, so Brian Cage was eliminated. Then then Dave Christ was eliminated. I believe it was Stunner from Willie Mack, which left Willie Mack versus Jay Christ and Fulton. Jay Christ was eliminated pretty quickly, and then Fulton, I forget what it was. I think it was another diving headbutt or something. Eliminated Willie. So Fulton gets the win here. Just crazy. It's so not the way I thought the match was going to end. But like I said, I'm very happy for Fulton that he actually got a moment to shine here. So, so OVE ends up taking this one. And what does that mean for Sunday? I don't know, but I'm going to be watching, and I can't wait to see. And so depending on how tomorrow goes, I'm going to try to watch the Arlington, what is it called? The Arlington Brawl, whatever. The Impact show tomorrow on Twitch. I'm going to try to watch that. And depending on how that goes and what they show, I might review it afterwards. We'll see. But either way, I am absolutely going to. I will be reviewing Hard to Kill here on Smash This Podcast. And I'm also going to be with the guys on Total Nonstop Impact on, I think the goal is to review it on Tuesday. Because Trent will get back into town on Monday. That gives him a chance to get over the jet lag, to travel, whatever. Hopefully, weather won't keep him down there or delay stuff. Hopefully he'll get back safe and on time, whatever he's supposed to. But watch for watch for the nurse, the wrestling nurse, and Trent. Because I believe they've got very good seats for Hard to Kill. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's front row. I don't remember hearing what kind of seats he had, but watch for him. So, Critical Sting says it's still jarring to me at times when I think about the fact that RVD and Ken Shamrock are back in Impact in 2020. Right? What year is it again? It's crazy. Yeah. And they're all doing good. Some better than others. RVD is completely reinventing himself as a heel. It's crazy, right? So, all right. So that's going to do it for this one. We went about an hour. That's about as long as I wanted to go on this one. Because there wasn't anything really significant about this show, but it was just a lot of fun. Good booking. Some people getting some steam going into the pay-per-view. It's nice to see a little bit of controversy, but a lot of fun, So overall, great show from Impact Wrestling. Great job. We were talking about the production going into this. So if you came in late, yes, the production was great on this one. No audio issues. Cameras were running great. And commentary was great, too. It was great to have D'Lo at ringside with Josh Matthews. That was a nice difference. And like I said at the beginning of the review, it's not a knock on Don. Just refreshing. They worked, they bounced off of each other real well. So gave a different spin to it. So, all right, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching on this Friday night. If you were here and you weren't out doing something on a Friday night, what's the matter with you? No, I'm kidding. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. And don't forget, as you're getting out of here, smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.